We were all created in His image, yet we are altogether different and distinct creatures. There are no two people alike, and does not fail two hearts have the same rhythm. And if God wanted us to be similar, our creation is the same. Therefore, disrespect and disagreement are imposed. Your thoughts on others mean that the sacred system is not respected anchor of God. When a true lover of God enters a bar, she becomes a room his prayers, but when the drinker enters the room itself, it has become his wine. In everything we do, our hearts are important, know our external appearances. Sufis do not judge others their looks or who they are, and when Sufi stares at someone, it does he closes his eyes and opens a third eye, the eye. When a true lover of God enters a bar, she becomes a room his prayers, but when the drinker enters the room itself, it has become his wine. In everything we do, our hearts are important, know our external appearances. Sufis do not judge others their looks or who they are, and when Sufi stares at someone, it does he closes his eyes and opens a third eye, the eye that's. A person holds a unique position among God's creation, as he says, "And I breathed into it my soul." He created us all, without exception, to be God's successors on earth. Ask yourself how many times you acted as his successor. If you did that, remember, it is your responsibility. All of us discover the divine spirit within it, so that we can live and Hell is here and now, and so is heaven. Stop thinking hell with fear or dream of paradise, because they are present at this moment. Every time we love, we go up to the sky. And every time we hate, envy, or fight anyone, because we fall directly into the fire of hell. The universe is one being. Everything and everyone is connected to a network. Hidden stories. Whether we realize it or not, we participate all in a silent conversation. No harm, no harm. Be merciful. Nor be a stirrer, even if your words are innocent, because the words that are emitted from our mouths, they do not fade, but rather remain in infinite space to what does not the end, and you will come back to us in time. The suffering of one person hurt us all, and the joy of one person makes us. This world looks like a mountain covered with snow, echoing your voice. So all what you say, good or bad, will return to you in some way. So, if someone talks badly about you, then talk about it as bad as the same way, it gets worse. And you'll find yourself locked into a ring. Vicious energy out of malevolence. Therefore, pronounce and think for 40 days, and a night of nice things about that person. Everything will be different in the end. The past is an explanation, and the future is an illusion. The world is not moving through time, it is a straight line, going from the past to the future. Rather, time moves through us and within us, and in the spirals of infinity to her. Eternal life does not mean absolute time, but rather eternity. If you want to choose the eternal light, you must bring out the past, and the future is out of your mind. Fate does not mean that your life is limited to an inevitable amount. So, let go everything for destiny, and not participating in the music of the universe on complete ignorance. The music of the universe pervades everywhere and consists of 40 levels different. Your destiny is the level at which you play your melody. It is not you change your instrument and even change the degree you are good at playing. It is the true Sufi who patiently endures, even if he is accused void and attacked from all sides, and does not direct a word of abuse one to any of his detractors. The Sufi does not blame anyone. How can there be opponents, competitors, or even others, and when is there no soul in the first place? How can there be one blame him at a time when there is only one? If you want to strengthen your faith, it must be soft within you. Because in order for your faith to intensify and become as solid as the rock, it must be your heart is as light as a feather. If we fell ill, or an accident occurred to us, or we suffered a loss, or we were afraid, in one way or another, we are faced all of the incidents that teach us how to become less selfish and wiser, more compassionate, more generous, and although some of us learn the lesson and increase kindness and temperance, others are getting harsher. The medium that enables you to get closer to the truth is that your heart expands. Nothing should prevent yourself and God from imams, nor pastors, no rabbis, or any other guardian of moral leadership or religious, not spiritual gentlemen, not even your faith. Believe in your values, your principles, but do not impose them on others. If you break hearts, others. Whatever religious belief you are convinced, it is not. Although in this world one strives to achieve something and he becomes an important person, he will succeed everything after his death. You aim to reach the upper stage of nothingness. Live this life light and empty as the number 0. We are no different from the pot. It is not the decorations on the outside, but the emptiness inside us that makes us stand. I stand tall. Just like this, awareness of nothingness is not what we are looking for. Surrender does not mean that a person is weak or passive. It leads to a belief in destiny, or surrender. On the contrary, the real power lies in surrender, the power released from the inside. Those who give in to the divine essence in life live with peace of mind, even when the entire world is in turmoil. After the turmoil, in this world, things are not the same or regular, but rather stark contrasts are what make us take a step forward. Within all of us there are all contradictions in the universe, and therefore it must the believer should meet the unbeliever who is inside him, and the person the infidel is to know the silent believer inside him. And to that we reach the day when one reaches perfection, a stage ideal man. Faith is only a gradual process, and it requires his presence counterpart. This world was created on the principle of exchange, for every person is rewarded for every good Adam does it, and every evil Adam does it. Do not be afraid of conspiracies, cunning, or intrigues that others say, and remember that if someone set you a snare, then God would have done that. It is the largest scheme. As a tree leaf does not move without his knowledge. Believe in it simply and completely. So whatever God is accurate. It is so accurate that its arrangement and organization they make everything on earth happen in time, not a minute or so after a minute. The watch walks very precisely for everyone, without exception. Everyone has time for love and time for death. Even if one day of your life remains like the day its predecessor, it calls for lamentation. Every moment, with every new breath, one must regenerate and regenerate again. There is only a way one until one is born in a new life is to die before death. Although the parts change, the whole remains the same, because when he leaves the thief of this world, a new thief is born, and when an honest person dies, replaced by another honest person. In this way nothing remains of unchanged, and nothing will ever change. There is no value to life without love. Do not ask yourself what kind of love what you want, spiritual or material, divine or worldly, Western or Eastern. Divisions only lead to more divisions. Not for love labels, tags and definitions. It is pure and simple. Adoration is the water of life. A lover is a spirit of fire. The universe becomes different when fire loves water.